Welcome back to my Chanel. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're not already subscribed, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on post notifications so that you never miss a video. Today, I'm going to be talking about the 10 things you must have during your recovery from jaw surgery. If you haven't seen all my jaw surgery vlogs, make sure you go check them out. As you're getting ready for your recovery, you know exactly what the experience is like and some of the things that you need. So I'm going to start from 10 and work my way up to the top. Number 10, this is like the least important. Everything on the list is important, but this is like the least important thing that you need. These squeeze bottles. When I was looking for what I needed, everyone was like, you gotta have them, you gotta have them. These things leak. I hate it for that reason. I use syringes for the most part, but what I did use these for was to store my smoothies and my drink. So you guys will probably see that in my vlogs a lot. Like in the morning when I had my cashew date smoothie, I would take these bottles and I would literally just pour it into a cup and then put my syringe in it, and that's how I would feed myself. I do think these are nice to have because it's separate from putting it in another bottle. I didn't want like anyone who was coming to visit me to drink it and think that that was something they should have. So everyone kind of just knew that if it's in a squeeze bottle, it's for kyyah. I will say that when I got the wires removed from my mouth, I did use these for water and apple juice. So these were actually kind of beneficial in the second month of my recovery process. They still leak though, dripping all over my shirt and stuff. That's another thing. Wear clothes that you don't care about for the most part because you will be dripping, or have like a baby rag. That's also number 10. This and a baby rag. Number 9 is going to be liquid Tylenol. I stopped taking my strong painkillers probably after like 3 days. I just didn't want to take it. I don't really like strong medication. I don't like medication all that much, but this was actually helpful for me. My doctor told me that I could just take like baby Tylenol if I did have any sort of pain, but I rarely had pain. It was mostly discomfort. Most people who have jaw surgery will say this to you. You're not going to experience a lot of pain. You're just going to experience a lot of discomfort. And I didn't know how to manage that discomfort. So I thought it was pain and just used liquid Tylenol if I did feel like I was in like large amounts of pain. One thing that happened was like my lip, as it kind of feels now, as both of them were getting their sensation back, it felt like it was going to burst, and that kind of felt a little painful, so that's what I use the Tylenol for. But anyway, it's good to have. Talk to your doctor about it before you do take it, just in case they do want you on stronger meds. You know, everybody responds completely different. Number 8 is going to be this, or something to communicate with. If you have an iPad, that absolutely works perfect. My neighbor got this for me. It's called the Boogie Board, and this is how I communicated with people. It was very helpful actually for the first 2 weeks when I really couldn't talk. Now 7 and onward are things that you have to have these. You definitely need these. They're going to be syringes. I don't have any more 65mm syringes. The biggest ones, I absolutely hated them. They always got stuck. They popped off. They wouldn't dispense the food or the liquid at a small pace. It would go way too quick. I just hated them. Personally, I prefer the second one. Maybe it's 35mm, but I prefer the second one that's a little bit smaller. You definitely need those. And you also need some Red Robin, because when you're wired shut, you just need to be able to feed it back there and push it down to feed yourself. And you're not going to be able to do that if you only have the syringe and the tips. Number 6, I don't have it here with me, but you need some sort of mini handheld blender. I was using the Beast blender throughout my entire surgical procedure. You can have a bigger blender as well. You don't have to have the small handheld ones. But for me personally, having the small held ones, I could just pop some fruit in, pop my daily harvest in, put some liquid, close it, and blend it. In the beginning, I was using my big blender, but I was just lazy and didn't like that I had to wash that thing every 5 seconds. Whereas with a smaller blender, it was just easier for me to use, easier for me to wash, but you need to have a blender. Number 5. Ice rollers. I use this all the time, and I'm showing you 2 because I'm going to tell you which one I like more. The Skinny Confidential ice roller was actually created by Lauren Bostic, and she had jaw surgery too, and she felt like all the sticks she was using didn't stay cold for long enough as she was healing through her process. The reason why having a roller is very important while you're healing is that it helps with lymphatic drainage. It was also very soothing and comfortable for me personally, so I really enjoyed it. I don't like this. I don't like it. I don't think you need to waste your money on it. It's very expensive. Maybe I think I paid $60 for it. Can't remember. Cute, pretty. I'm sorry guys, my camera was acting out. It literally shut off after I was talking about this. So I ate some food, changed, and now we're back on camera. So I'm just gonna pick up where I left off. This is cute and great, but I don't think it lasts all that long in terms of coldness. I do like to use this now for my skincare, so I would say it's a good investment to have if you're into skincare. I would prefer that you just pay this. Honestly, this is expensive. It's like 60 bucks, I think. That's how much I paid. But this is $15 on Amazon. They stay colder for so much longer. I think this has like a 35-minute cold shelf life. And I would say this has anywhere from like a 10 to 17-minute shelf life for staying cold. These have both been out of the freezer for a while. This is like room temperature, pretty much warm, still freezing. These have ice on it. It's literally cold, very cold still. Number 4, I would say you need this saline nasal mist. I had a lot of blood clots in my nose, and how I would get rid of those is I would squirt this in my nose, put a little bit on a tissue, twist it, and it would make the blood clots come out. It sounds gross, but this is gonna help you breathe, and you can use this every single day. Number 3 is going to be Afrin. You need to talk to your doctor about Afrin because you have to use this like 2 days on, 2 days off. I can't really remember, but your body can get very addicted to Afrin, but this helps you breathe like instantly. Number 2, different types of ice. I didn't even bring out all my ice because I just didn't want to carry it all from the way from my fridge, but I had this jaw bra that I got from Amazon, and you can pop in these cold gel pockets. This would stay cold for about 20 minutes. You guys saw me use this a lot as I was recovering. I also got this. I wouldn't say this is the best. I mean, it doesn't stay cold all that long, but when I was able to use heat, this was cool because I could pop it in the microwave, warm it up for like 10 seconds, put it on my face, and it really did help with the heat compress. This was my second one. The first one I bought from Amazon was really crappy quality and it got messed up, but having ice packs that you can pop in the microwave are gonna be helpful when you do have to do your heat compress, and then you can put it back in the freezer when you wanna do ice. I would be very careful, by the way, about the ice that you're using. I tried to use ice directly from my fridge like a fool, and I ended up burning myself on my cheek here. It's covered right now, and honestly, it's gone away because I've gotten microneedling to help with that. But I would just say be careful for the ice that you're using so you don't actually like get a freezer burn. And the number one thing that you actually need is patience. I know it's not an actual physical thing, but you need to be patient with yourself. The healing process is crazy. It is stressful. It is a lot on your body. It took me 2 days to look in the mirror after getting out of surgery because I was so afraid of what I was gonna see. I was like, I'm gonna look like a monster. My surgeon came to the hospital to see me. We looked at my face together at the very same time. He saw my face already, obviously he did surgery, but he was with me when I looked at myself. And the entire time he was really encouraging, and he was like, you look amazing. Like, no, these as a result are amazing. The swelling, this is all swelling, it's gonna go down. So that too, you might wanna have someone look at you in the mirror with you for the first time so you don't aren't shocked, and they can give you an objective perception. But overall, I was extremely happy with the results, and I wouldn't do it again, but I would do it if I had never done it before. If you haven't seen my other jaw surgery videos, you should check it out, but these are the top 10 things that I think you need as you're healing or recovering throughout the surgery. I'm sure there's other stuff, like I also ordered Daily Harvest. I don't think that's absolutely necessary. I will say, before you have your surgery though, how could I forget? I had these Soylent shakes. Soylent shakes that you put in your smoothie. I didn't use apple juice or water as the liquid in my smoothies. I would do my Daily Harvest, and I would take these protein shakes that are plant-based, Soylent, and pour them in my blender, and I would drink that. I use that actually for the base of my cashew date smoothies. That is the number one thing that I use, and I think I showed that in my vlogging series of my entire jaw surgery journey. So get the Soylent smoothies. That's another thing that you absolutely need because you're not getting any protein really from anywhere else. So having those are really very helpful. Do I recommend Daily Harvest? It was gifted to me, and then I bought it again for myself one time, but I think Daily Harvest is going through some weird things. So there's other things that you can use. People have asked me about using supplements like Bloom Nutrition when you're healing through your jaw surgery. I did try Bloom one time during my jaw surgery recovery. I preferred the protein shakes more actually, and I didn't like using any protein powder. I've never tried the Bloom protein powder, but I would just say that whatever you think is gonna help you. I was using regular fruits and vegetables, so the Bloom wasn't really necessary, but the protein shakes were absolutely necessary because you're not getting protein from anywhere else. And that's also why I started to use cashews in my smoothies a lot, because I needed to get protein from somewhere else besides those shakes. Okay, that was really the last thing. Make sure you leave your comments down below. I will try to put as many links in my description box for stuff where you can buy everything. Most of the stuff I got on Amazon, but I'll put direct links so it's easy for you guys to find my stuff. This is probably the last video I'm gonna be making about my jaw surgery because there's not really much else to talk about. Maybe I'll do the 2-year, 3-year, 4-year mark, but I don't really know. This journey is kind of coming to a close. I appreciate all you guys for watching my videos and joining me on this journey, and I encourage all of you to speak to each other in the comments because as I already went through the process, there are a ton of people watching this video going through it right now, and you never know who you can help. Bye guys.